across the vast, sun-scorched plains of Africa, and beyond an ancient and unforgiving rule governs all life. It's a law written not in stone, but in the dust, the water, and, well, the blood of generations. This is the primal edict of the wild hunt or be hunted. Every sunrise signals the start of a new chapter in this endless drama, a relentless struggle where survival is the only prize that matters. For some, the day is about the pursuit, the stalk, and the kill. For others, it's about vigilance, evasion, and the desperate flight to see another dawn. This fundamental conflict is the engine that drives evolution, shaping every creature's body, instincts, and social structure in a constant high-stakes battle for existence. This brutal symphony of life and death plays out across the world's most dramatic landscapes, from the golden grasslands of the Serengeti to the murky, life-giving waters of the Okavango Delta. The roles are clearly defined. At the very pinnacle of this natural order stand the apex predators, creatures honed by millennia of evolution into perfect killing machines. They are the architects of fear and the ultimate arbiters of life in their domains. Below them, vast herds of herbivores graze. Their lives a continuous calculation of risk versus reward. They must feed to live, yet every mouthful brings them closer to the ever-present danger lurking in the tall grass or the shadowy riverbanks. The fight for survival is not merely a series of isolated encounters. It is a complex, interconnected web. The health of the predator is tied to the abundance of its prey, and the strength of the prey is tested daily by the cunning of the predator. This dynamic relationship sculpts the very environment they inhabit. The presence of lions influences where wildebeest dare to graze, just as the migration of those wildebeest dictates the fortunes of the crocodile clans waiting in the rivers. Every action, from the roar of a distant lion to the nervous flick of a zebra's ear, is a part of this intricate and often violent dance, a testament to the raw and untamed power of nature. Understanding this world requires us to look beyond the simple act of the hunt. It demands that we see the incredible strategies, the remarkable adaptations, and the complex social lives that have evolved on both sides of this eternal conflict. The hunter's strength is met by the herd's unity. The predator's stealth is countered by the prey's watchfulness. In this arena, there is, quite frankly, no room for weakness or hesitation. Every moment is a test, and every day is a fight for the right to live. It is a world of breathtaking beauty and uncompromising cruelty, where the unwritten law of the wild is the only one that truly matters. Predators have evolved extraordinary senses and physical capabilities. The lioness's eyes can see in the dark, the cheetah's body is built for explosive speed, and the eagle's vision can spot prey from miles away. Prey animals, on the other hand, have developed acute awareness and social behaviors. Gazelles graze in groups to keep many eyes on the lookout, while meerkats take turns standing guard. Camouflage is another critical survival strategy. Chameleons blend into their surroundings, and octopuses can change color and texture to avoid detection. Cooperation is key for many predators. Wolves hunt in packs to take down larger prey, and dolphins work together to herd fish into tight balls for easy feeding. Prey animals also use teamwork to survive. Elephants form protective circles around their young, and birds will mob a predator to drive it away. The knowledge of survival is passed down through generations. Lionesses teach their cubs to hunt, while young antelopes learn to run and evade predators from an early age. Seasonal changes add another layer of complexity. Animals migrate vast distances to find food and water, and landscapes transform, altering the dynamics of predator and prey interactions. This intricate dance of life and death plays out in every corner of the globe, from the dense jungles to the arid deserts and the vast oceans. Each species has honed its adaptations to perfection, whether it's the claws and teeth of a predator or the speed and agility of prey. These adaptations are put to the test in every encounter where the stakes are nothing less than life and death. In this world of hunter and hunted, Every moment is a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of life, a breathtaking display of nature's relentless drive to survive. In the heart of the African savanna, where the grasslands stretch to the horizon and the air vibrates with the calls of wild creatures, one predator reigns supreme. Its presence is announced by a thunderous roar that can tremble the air for up to 5 miles, a sound that proclaims both dominance and warning. This is the lion, Panthera leo, the uncrowned king of this vast domain, a symbol of power and authority in the wild. Unlike any other great cat, lions are defined by their profound social nature, living in complex family groups known as prides. A typical pride consists of 10 to 15 related individuals, though some prides can swell to over 30 members, forming a formidable force on the savanna. This intricate social structure is their greatest strength, fostering cooperation, protection, and shared responsibility. The pride is typically led by one or more dominant males, their magnificent manes signaling maturity and strength. These males are the guardians, patrolling the boundaries and defending against rival coalitions. Yet it is the lionesses who are the true heart of the pride, both as nurturers and as the primary providers. Their hunting prowess is legendary. Working as a coordinated team, they employ strategy, patience, and silent communication to outwit their prey. The hunt is a masterclass in cooperation. Lionesses spread out, each taking a role. Some drive the prey, others lie in wait, ready to ambush. Rather than relying on sheer speed, they are experts in stealth and ambush, using the cover of darkness or tall grass to get as close as possible before launching their attack. By night or in the early dawn, they encircle their chosen target, often a zebra, wildebeest, or even the formidable Cape buffalo, using patience and precision. The Cape buffalo, with its size and aggression, is a dangerous adversary, but the pride's unity and determination can bring down even this giant. With silent signals and instinctive understanding, the lionesses close the net, driving the panicked animal toward a hidden sister lying in wait. The final attack is a burst of explosive power, a coordinated rush that overwhelms the prey in seconds. Despite a bite force that is modest compared to other big cats, their technique is brutally effective, using their immense strength to pull the animal down and deliver a suffocating bite to the throat. The struggle is swift and decisive, ending with the pride's meal secured. Life within the pride is a tapestry of hierarchy, duty, and constant negotiation. Each member has a place, from the dominant males to the youngest cubs. Lionesses share the responsibilities of raising the cubs, creating a communal nursery where the young are protected, fed and taught the ways of the pride by all nursing females. This cooperation is vital for the survival of the next generation, as cub mortality is high and threats abound in the savanna. Yet the pride's stability is often violently disrupted by the arrival of rival males. Territorial disputes are fierce, and the outcome can reshape the pride's future. When a new male or a coalition challenges and overthrows the resident leader, a brutal new chapter begins for the pride. The conqueror will often kill any existing cubs, an instinctive act to eliminate the previous male's bloodline and bring the females back into estrus, ensuring his own legacy can begin. This harsh reality is a driving force in the cycle of pride life. Thus the lion's reign is one of both majestic power and inherent fragility, shaped by constant challenges from within and without. They are at the top of the food chain, yet their survival depends entirely on the strength of their social bonds, their ability to defend territory, and their unity in the face of adversity. Every hunt is a gamble, every territorial dispute a life-or-death struggle. Even after a successful kill, lions must defend their prize from other formidable predators as they rest beneath the acacia trees. Conserving energy for the cool of the night, they remain ever vigilant. Their world is one of constant challenge, not only from rival lions, but from cunning hyenas, opportunistic leopards, and even the stealthy cheetah, all vying for survival in the same unforgiving landscape. Interactions with these competitors are frequent and intense. Hyenas, with their numbers and persistence, often attempt to steal a lion's hard-won meal, leading to fierce confrontations. Leopards, ever wary, avoid direct conflict but will abandon their kills if discovered. Cheetahs, the swiftest of the cats, yield ground to the lion's superior strength. In this kingdom, the lion's reign is both glorious and precarious. Their power lies not just in muscle and fang, but in the strength of their pride, the wisdom of their cooperation, and the resilience to endure the endless trials of the wild. Forever bound by the brutal necessities of survival, they are the living heart of Africa's untamed wilderness. Descending from the age of dinosaurs, the Nile crocodile is a living relic, an ancient predator whose design has been perfected over 60 million years of evolution. Its lineage stretches back to a time when colossal reptiles ruled the earth, and today it remains a formidable force in Africa's waterways. The Nile crocodile's domain is vast, spanning rivers, lakes and marshes across sub-Saharan Africa. These aquatic environments provide both sanctuary and hunting ground, with dense reeds and muddy banks offering perfect camouflage for this patient ambush predator. Lurking in the murky depths, the crocodile's eyes and nostrils are positioned atop its head, allowing it to breathe and observe while remaining almost entirely submerged. This adaptation lets it monitor the world above water with minimal exposure, a masterstroke of evolutionary design. Its patience is legendary, capable of holding a single position for hours, appearing as nothing more than a floating log. This stillness is not just a hunting tactic, but a survival strategy, conserving energy in a world where every meal is hard-won. The crocodile's world is one of opportunity and risk. Prey animals, driven by thirst, approach the water's edge, unaware of the danger lurking just beneath the surface. The crocodile's senses are finely tuned to detect the slightest vibration or ripple, signaling the approach of potential prey. When that moment arrives, the attack is devastatingly swift. With a sudden surge, the crocodile explodes from the water, propelled by its muscular tail, closing the distance in a heartbeat. Its jaws, lined with conical teeth, snap shut with bone-crushing force. The element of surprise is its greatest weapon, and few animals can react in time to escape. The initial bite is just the beginning of a terrifying ordeal. The crocodile's grip is unyielding, and its powerful muscles ensure that escape is nearly impossible. For larger prey, the crocodile employs its signature technique, the death roll. By spinning its entire body, it disorients and tears apart its victim, using the water's resistance to amplify its strength. This brutal maneuver is a testament to the crocodile's evolutionary prowess, allowing it to dismember animals too large to swallow whole. The water becomes a stage for this primal struggle where only the strongest survive. During the Great Migration, the Mara River transforms into a gauntlet. Thousands of wildebeest and other herbivores must cross, and the crocodiles, ever patient, seize the opportunity. The river churns with chaos as predator and prey collide in a timeless battle for survival. Beyond the riverbanks, in the dappled light of forests and the shadowy fringes of the savanna, another apex predator stalks its domain. The leopard, Panthera pardus, is the epitome of solitary grace and opportunistic stealth. Its range is vast, from dense rainforests to arid savannas, and even rocky outcrops and mountainous terrain. A creature of the night, the leopard's rosette-patterned coat is a marvel of camouflage, allowing it to vanish into tall grasses, tangled undergrowth, or the shadows of trees. This natural disguise is essential for both hunting and evading larger predators. Its senses are exquisitely tuned for nocturnal hunting. The leopard moves with a silence that is almost supernatural, its padded paws barely making a sound on the forest floor. Its large, forward-facing eyes grant exceptional night vision, allowing it to spot the faintest movement in near-total darkness. Acute hearing enables the leopard to detect the softest rustle of prey, or the distant calls of potential rivals. Unlike the social lion, the leopard is a lone hunter, relying on its own cunning, strength, and remarkable agility to secure a meal. It stalks with patience, often following prey for hours before making its move. The leopard's power is deceptive. Beneath its sleek frame lies a muscular build capable of explosive bursts of speed and astonishing leaps. It is pound for pound one of the strongest of the big cats, able to subdue prey much larger than itself, from antelope to young buffalo. Its true genius, however, is revealed after the kill. The leopard's solitary nature means it must defend its meal from a host of scavengers and competitors. To protect its hard-won meal from opportunistic hyenas, jackals, or even lions, the leopard performs an incredible feat of strength and balance. It can haul a carcass, sometimes heavier than its own body, high into the branches of a tree. This arboreal prowess is unmatched among Africa's predators. There, safely stored out of reach, the leopard can feed at its leisure, returning to its kill over several days, undisturbed by ground-bound scavengers. This ability to bridge the worlds of the ground and the canopy makes the leopard one of the most adaptable and successful predators in all of Africa. Yet, both the Nile crocodile and the leopard face constant challenges: competition for territory, the unpredictability of prey, and the ever-present threat of starvation. Their survival depends on a delicate balance of power, patience, and adaptability honed by millennia of evolution in some of the world's most unforgiving landscapes. The African savanna stretches endlessly, a living tapestry of golden grass and scattered acacia, where survival is a relentless contest. Here, two predators, each a masterpiece of evolution, have carved out unique destinies. The cheetah and the hyena, though sharing the same domain, could not be more different in their approach to life and the hunt. The cheetah is the undisputed champion of speed, a living missile that blurs across the plains. Every muscle, every sinew is tuned for acceleration and agility. Its body is a marvel of natural engineering, a lightweight aerodynamic frame, a deep chest for powerful lungs, and a flexible spine that acts as a coiled spring, propelling it forward with each stride. The cheetah's long tail serves as a counterbalance, allowing razor-sharp turns at breakneck speeds. In a matter of seconds, the cheetah can reach over 60 miles per hour, making it the fastest land animal on Earth. This explosive acceleration is unmatched, a fleeting burst of energy that can mean the difference between feast and famine. Yet this speed comes at a steep price. The cheetah's sprint is a gamble, one that drains its energy reserves and floods its body with heat. After a chase, it must rest, vulnerable and exposed, as it recovers from the effort. To maximize its chances, the cheetah hunts by day, relying on keen eyesight and the distinctive black tear marks beneath its eyes to cut the sun's glare. It stalks with patience, inching ever closer to its quarry before unleashing its legendary sprint. The hunt is a breathtaking display of athleticism and strategy. The cheetah must anticipate the prey's every move, adjusting its path in real time, using bursts of speed and sudden pivots to close the gap. But the clock is always ticking. The cheetah's body overheats rapidly, and if the chase lasts more than a minute, exhaustion sets in. Each hunt is a race not just against prey, but against its own physical limits. After the sprint, the cheetah collapses, panting and vulnerable. Its slender build, so perfect for speed, offers little defense against larger predators. Success depends on more than speed. The cheetah's intelligence is evident in its hunting tactics, using cover, wind direction, and the element of surprise to get as close as possible before the final dash. When the moment comes, a swift trip and a precise bite to the throat end the hunt. But the cheetah's victory is always precarious. Even after a successful kill, the cheetah's ordeal is not over. Its solitary nature and lack of physical strength make it an easy target for other predators, who often steal its hard-won meal. In stark contrast stands the spotted hyena, a creature of endurance, intelligence, and formidable power. The hyena is not built for speed, but for stamina and teamwork. Often misunderstood as mere scavengers, hyenas are among the savanna's most effective hunters. Their intelligence is revealed in their complex social structures and coordinated hunting strategies. The hyena's physiology is built for endurance. With a heart twice the size of a lion's relative to its body, it can pursue prey for miles, wearing down even the strongest animals through sheer persistence. Hyenas live in large matriarchal clans, sometimes 70 strong, where cooperation and social intelligence are key. Each member has a role, and their communication is rich and nuanced, from whoops and giggles to complex body language. Working together, hyenas can bring down prey much larger than themselves. Their hunts are tests of strategy and endurance as they coordinate to isolate and exhaust their target. The hyena's most formidable weapon is its jaw, capable of crushing bone with ease. This allows it to access nutrients locked away from other predators, making it one of the savanna's most efficient consumers. With one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom, the hyena leaves little behind. Bones, hooves, and hides are all fair game, ensuring that almost nothing goes to waste. Fierce and unyielding, hyenas are locked in a perpetual rivalry with lions. They are bold enough to challenge even the largest predators, using numbers and cunning to contest for food. As night falls, the savanna echoes with the eerie laughter of hyenas, a sound that signals the presence of a predator both clever and resilient. Their role in the ecosystem is vital. As hunters and scavengers, they recycle nutrients, control prey populations, and shape the balance of life on the plains. The cheetah and the hyena, so different in form and function, are both essential threads in the fabric of the savanna. One is a solitary sprinter, the other a social strategist. Together, they embody the diversity and complexity of life in this wild, untamed world. The law of the apex predator is not confined to the warm-blooded mammals of the African plains. Across the globe, in vastly different environments, cold-blooded hunters have evolved to rule their domains with equal mastery and ferocity. In the tangled, humid jungles of Asia and the sun-scorched deserts of North America, serpents have risen to the top of the food chain, each perfectly adapted to their unique habitats. These reptiles, ancient in lineage, possess a suite of extraordinary adaptations that make them formidable predators and vital players in their ecosystems. The king cobra, reigning supreme in the forests of Southeast Asia, is the world's longest venomous snake, reaching lengths of up to 18 feet. Its sleek, olive-brown body glides silently through the undergrowth, scales shimmering with every movement. This serpent is not only a master of stealth, but also a specialist in its diet. The king cobra's name, meaning snake-eater, is a testament to its unique predatory focus. Unlike most snakes, it preys almost exclusively on other serpents, including highly venomous species such as kraits and other cobras. This cannibalistic behavior is supported by a remarkable immunity to the venoms of its prey, allowing it to dominate other snakes within its territory. The king cobra's hunting strategy is a blend of patience and precision, stalking its quarry with calculated movements before delivering a swift, fatal strike. Its venom is a potent neurotoxin, a complex blend of proteins that rapidly shuts down the nervous system of its victim. This allows the king cobra to subdue even the most dangerous of adversaries, ensuring its place at the top of the reptilian hierarchy. The sheer potency of its venom is legendary. A single bite contains enough toxin to bring down a large mammal, such as an elephant, or multiple smaller animals. This immense power is balanced by the king cobra's generally reclusive nature, preferring to avoid unnecessary conflict. When threatened, the king cobra employs a dramatic display. It raises the front third of its body, flares its iconic hood, and emits a deep, resonant hiss. This warning is designed to deter potential threats, showcasing the snake's size and strength. Uniquely among snakes, the female king cobra demonstrates remarkable parental care. She constructs a nest from leaves and vegetation, a rare behavior in the serpent world. After laying her eggs, she coils protectively around them, guarding the nest with unwavering vigilance until the young are ready to hatch. This maternal instinct increases the survival rate of her offspring, ensuring the continuation of her lineage. Thousands of miles away in the arid deserts and rugged canyons of the Americas, another serpent has evolved to thrive in a world of extremes: the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake, a member of the pit viper family, is a master of camouflage and ambush. Its cryptic coloration allows it to blend seamlessly with the sand, rocks, and sparse vegetation of its environment. This camouflage is essential for both predator and prey, enabling the rattlesnake to remain undetected as it waits patiently for the perfect moment to strike. Its diet consists mainly of small mammals and birds, which it ambushes with lightning speed. The rattlesnake's most distinctive feature is the rattle at the end of its tail, formed from interlocking segments of keratin. This unique adaptation serves as a highly effective warning system. When threatened, the rattlesnake vibrates its tail at astonishing speeds, up to 50 times per second, producing a loud, buzzing sound that echoes across the desert. This warning is often enough to deter would-be predators, reducing the need for direct confrontation. The rattlesnake's venom is primarily hemotoxic, targeting blood cells and tissues. A single strike delivers a dose of venom that immobilizes prey and begins the process of digestion even before the meal is consumed. Its strike is a marvel of speed and precision, unfolding in less than the blink of an eye. This rapid attack ensures that prey has little chance to escape. The rattlesnake's hunting prowess is further enhanced by specialized heat-sensing pits located between its eyes and nostrils. These organs detect the faintest traces of body heat, allowing the snake to hunt effectively even in total darkness. As apex predators, both the king cobra and the rattlesnake play crucial roles in maintaining the balance of their respective ecosystems. By controlling populations of rodents, birds, and other reptiles, they prevent overgrazing and the spread of disease, shaping the very fabric of their environments. These serpents, separated by continents and climates, are united by their evolutionary ingenuity. Their unique adaptations, hunting strategies, and ecological impact make them not only survivors, but also indispensable architects of the wild places they call home. Across the African continent, the epic drama of survival unfolds upon some of the most spectacular natural stages on Earth. These landscapes are not just settings, they are living, breathing entities, shaping and being shaped by the countless species that call them home. Africa's iconic ecosystems are dynamic, ever-changing, and deeply interconnected. Each habitat, from the sun-baked savannas to the lush wetlands, is a complex web of life, where every plant and animal plays a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of nature. The African savanna, covering nearly 2/3 of the continent, is perhaps the most famous of these arenas. Here, endless grasslands stretch to the horizon, punctuated by the silhouettes of acacia trees and the towering forms of termite mounds, each a microcosm of life. The savanna is defined by two starkly different seasons. During the rains, from November to April, the land is transformed. Grasses surge skyward, acacias burst into leaf, and waterholes brim with life. This abundance draws immense herds of wildebeest, zebra, and antelope, whose movements in turn attract predators and scavengers. The presence of grazers shapes the very landscape, their hooves aerating the soil, their dung nourishing the earth, and their migrations ensuring the renewal of grasslands. As the dry season takes hold, the grasses wither and water becomes scarce. Life is forced into a desperate search for sustenance. Elephants dig into dry riverbeds to reach hidden water, providing for themselves and countless smaller creatures. Predators and prey alike are drawn to the last remaining waterholes, where every visit is a gamble between thirst and danger. At the heart of this savanna lies the Serengeti, a sprawling ecosystem of nearly 12,000 square miles that stretches from Tanzania into Kenya. The Serengeti is a living tapestry, woven from the movements and interactions of its inhabitants. The name itself means endless plains, and it is one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet. Over 70 species of large mammals and 500 species of birds coexist here, each filling a unique niche. From the smallest insect to the largest elephant, every creature is linked in a chain of interdependence. The Serengeti's open spaces create a stage for epic chases and strategic battles. Predators and prey are locked in a constant contest of wits and endurance, their fates intertwined. The success of one species often depends on the abundance or scarcity of another and the health of the land itself. Nowhere is this interconnectedness more dramatic than during the Great Migration, when millions of wildebeest and zebra follow the rains in a never-ending search for fresh grazing. Their journey nourishes predators, scavengers, and even the land itself, as their hooves churn the soil and their droppings fertilize the plains. To the southwest, in Botswana, lies a true natural wonder, the Okavango Delta. This rare inland delta is a world apart, a place where water is the architect of life. Here, a river flowing from the Angolan highlands never reaches the sea. Instead, it fans out across the Kalahari sands, creating a shifting mosaic of channels, lagoons, and islands. The water eventually vanishes into the desert, but not before transforming the land into a vibrant oasis. The boundary between wetland and desert is a frontier of constant change, where life must adapt to extremes. Each year, seasonal floods breathe new life into the Okavango, expanding its reach to nearly 6,000 square miles. Islands appear and disappear, channels shift, and the entire ecosystem pulses with the arrival of water. The annual inundation draws animals from the surrounding desert, creating one of the densest concentrations of wildlife on the continent. Fish, amphibians, and aquatic insects thrive, providing food for birds and mammals alike. The web of life here is intricate and ever-shifting. In the Okavango, lions have learned to hunt in water, and hippos carve channels that shape the flow of the delta. Every species, from the smallest fish to the largest elephant, influences the environment, creating a living system where survival depends on adaptation and cooperation. Further east, in Kenya, lies the legendary Masai Mara National Reserve. Though an extension of the Serengeti, the Mara possesses its own unique spirit, shaped by its geography and the creatures that inhabit it. The Mara's rolling grasslands and meandering rivers create a patchwork of habitats, each supporting a different community of life. The subtle differences in vegetation and terrain give rise to unique patterns of movement and interaction. The Mara is renowned for its large, stable lion prides, whose social bonds and cooperative hunting strategies are key to their survival. The migrating herds that pass through provide a seasonal bounty, but also fierce competition among predators. The Mara River, winding through the reserve, is a lifeline for all who dwell here. Its waters sustain the land year-round, supporting a rich diversity of life along its banks. Yet the river is also a formidable barrier, a place of peril where the struggle for survival reaches its peak. Steep banks and powerful currents test the resolve of every animal that attempts to cross. During the migration, the river crossings become scenes of chaos and courage. Wildebeest and zebra must brave the swirling waters and the jaws of enormous Nile crocodiles. The outcome of each crossing ripples through the ecosystem, affecting predator and prey, scavenger and survivor alike. These iconic African ecosystems are bound together by cycles of abundance and scarcity, by the migrations of animals and the flow of water, by the constant interplay of competition and cooperation. Yet they face mounting environmental challenges, drought, shifting rainfall patterns, and the ever-present struggle for resources. In this intricate web, the fate of one species is tied to the fate of all, and the resilience of these wild places depends on the strength of their connections. In Africa's iconic ecosystems, every dawn brings new challenges and new hope. Here, the interconnectedness of life is both a source of strength and a reminder of the fragile balance that sustains this wild, magnificent continent. Each year, dictated by the ancient rhythm of the rains, the Serengeti Mara ecosystem hosts the largest overland migration on Earth. This is the Great Migration, a relentless circular journey of over 1,000 miles, undertaken by more than 1.5 million wildebeest, accompanied by hundreds of thousands of zebra and gazelles. It is not a conscious decision, but a deep, instinctual compulsion, a desperate search for fresh grazing and life-sustaining water. The migration is a continuous river of life, flowing across the plains in a spectacle of immense scale and sound, the thunder of hooves and the constant calls of the animals echoing across the landscape. The journey begins in the southern Serengeti, where the wildebeest give birth in a synchronized event, flooding the plains with hundreds of thousands of newborn calves. This is a time of temporary safety in numbers, but the predators are never far behind. As the dry season takes hold around June, the grasses wither and the great herds are forced to move north. They travel in long, flowing columns, a moving feast for the lions, hyenas, and cheetahs that shadow their every step. The predators pick off the weak, the old, the young, and the unwary, a constant culling process that ensures only the strongest survive to continue the journey. But it is the rivers that present the most formidable challenge. The Mara River, winding like a living artery through the savannah, is both a lifeline and a battleground. For the migrating herds, it is an unavoidable barrier, one that must be crossed to reach the promise of green pastures beyond. Here, the herds amass on the banks, their instincts driving them forward while their fear holds them back. The river's edge becomes a place of tension where the air is thick with anticipation and dread. The river is a churning obstacle, its current strong and its banks steep. For many, the crossing is a test of endurance and luck. But the greater danger lies beneath the surface. The Mara, like all great rivers, is a world unto itself, its depths concealing ancient predators and hidden perils. Hordes of giant Nile crocodiles, some of the largest in Africa, have waited all year for this moment. The river becomes a stage for one of nature's most dramatic confrontations. As the first wildebeest plunge into the water, panic erupts. Crocodiles launch themselves from the depths, jaws agape, seizing the unwary. The river churns with chaos, prey and predator locked in a desperate struggle for survival. Thousands perish in these crossings, their bodies providing a feast for the crocodiles and other scavengers. The river, in its dual role, gives life to some and takes it from others. For those who survive, the river's far bank offers a brief sanctuary. The lush grasslands of the Masai Mara await, nourished by the very waters that claimed so many lives. But their respite is temporary. The river, ever-changing, will soon call them back, as the cycle of rain and drought continues. Soon the rains will return to the southern Serengeti, and the scent of fresh grass on the wind will draw them back once more. This endless cycle of movement is the lifeblood of the entire ecosystem. Rivers, with their seasonal floods and dry spells, dictate the rhythm of life and death on the plains. The migrating herds mow the grasslands, their dung fertilizes the soil, and their constant presence provides the sustenance that supports the great predator populations. The rivers, in turn, distribute nutrients, shape the land, and sustain the web of life that depends on their flow. The Great Migration is more than a journey. It is the beating heart of the savannah, a powerful and poignant testament to the unbreakable link between life, death, and renewal. Rivers are the veins of this wild world, at once lifelines and battlegrounds, shaping destinies with every surge and every drought forever entwined with the fate of all who call the Serengeti home. Across the vast African plains, herbivores face a relentless gauntlet of predators, each more cunning and specialized than the last. Yet these plant-eaters are far from defenseless. Over countless generations, they have developed a remarkable array of survival strategies, each one a testament to the power of adaptation and the ingenuity of evolution. One of the most fundamental and effective defenses is collective vigilance. By living in large herds, animals like wildebeest, zebra, and buffalo dramatically reduce their individual risk. The principle is simple. There is safety in numbers. Each member of the herd acts as an extra set of eyes, ears, and noses, creating a living network of early warning systems that is nearly impossible for predators to bypass undetected. A solitary animal is an easy target, but within a herd of thousands, a single individual can vanish into a sea of moving bodies. The constant scanning of the environment, the subtle shifts in posture, and the ripple of tension that passes through the group at the first sign of danger all contribute to a formidable defense. The Cape buffalo, one of Africa's most formidable herbivores, exemplifies the power of unity. When threatened by a pride of lions, the herd does not scatter in panic. Instead, they form a tight defensive circle with the powerful adults facing outward, their thick horns presenting an impenetrable wall of sharp points. The most vulnerable members, the calves and weaker individuals, are sheltered safely within this living fortress. The herd's fierce protectiveness is legendary. They have been known to mob and even kill lions that dare to attack one of their own. This aggressive, unified defense makes a healthy adult buffalo a target that even the most experienced predators are reluctant to tackle. The standoff between predator and prey becomes a test of nerve and coordination, with the buffalo's collective will often tipping the balance in their favor. Zebras, on the other hand, employ a more visually striking form of group defense. Their iconic black and white stripes are believed to serve as a form of motion dazzle. When a herd of zebras moves together, the mass of shifting stripes creates a confusing optical illusion for a pursuing predator. This dazzling display makes it incredibly difficult for a lion or hyena to single out and focus on one individual during a high-speed chase. The constantly changing pattern of lines blurs the outlines of each animal, making it harder to judge their speed and direction. While a single zebra stands out, a herd becomes a bewildering, flickering mirage, a clever trick of the light that can mean the difference between life and death. Beyond these group dynamics, individual species possess their own unique adaptations. The sheer size of an elephant or rhinoceros is a powerful deterrent in itself, making them nearly invulnerable to all but the most determined predators. The gazelle, with its astonishing speed and agility, can outrun most threats, zigzagging across the savanna in a blur of motion. The giraffe, towering above the grasslands, uses its height to spot danger from afar, often serving as an early warning system for other animals. Baboons, meanwhile, form defensive lines and bare their formidable canines to confront leopards and other would-be attackers. Even smaller herbivores and birds have their own tactics. The roadrunner, for example, will bravely confront a rattlesnake to protect its nest, using speed and agility to outmaneuver the serpent. Across the animal kingdom, prey species employ camouflage, warning calls, and even mimicry to evade or deter predators. One of the most dramatic survival strategies is migration. Each year, millions of wildebeest, zebras, and antelopes embark on epic journeys across the plains in search of fresh grazing and water. These migrations are perilous, with predators and natural obstacles at every turn. Yet by moving in vast numbers, the herd increases the odds of survival for each individual. The chaos of a river crossing with crocodiles lurking below is a stark reminder of the constant dangers they face, and the resilience required to overcome them. Migration is not just a journey, it is a finely tuned response to the rhythms of the land, a way to exploit resources while minimizing risk. Along the way, herds rely on collective memory, environmental cues, and the leadership of experienced individuals to navigate the ever-changing landscape. Camouflage is another vital adaptation. Many antelopes and smaller herbivores possess coats that blend seamlessly with their surroundings. When danger approaches, they freeze, becoming almost invisible in the dappled light of the savanna or the shadows of the forest. Alarm calls ripple through the herds, triggering instant, coordinated responses. Some species leap high into the air, a behavior known as pronking or stotting, to signal their fitness and deter pursuit. Others scatter in unpredictable directions, making it difficult for predators to give chase. The world of the hunted is as complex and strategic as that of the hunter. Through migration, group defense, camouflage, and a host of other adaptations, herbivores have carved out their own place in the great drama of survival. Their continued existence is a testament to resilience, cooperation, and the endless creativity of evolution. When we witness the raw, often brutal interactions between predator and prey, it is easy to see only conflict, a relentless struggle for survival played out on the open plains. Yet beneath the surface of this life-and-death contest lies a profound and delicate balance, woven together by countless connections. This is not a simple war of good versus evil, but a complex tapestry of interdependence, where every thread, every creature, plays a vital role in maintaining the integrity of the whole. Apex predators, for all their ferocity, are the regulators of the ecosystem, shaping the very structure of life around them. By preying on the weak, the sick, and the old, they ensure that herbivore herds remain healthy and strong, culling those most vulnerable and allowing the fittest to thrive. This natural selection prevents the spread of disease and maintains the genetic fitness of prey populations, reinforcing the resilience of the entire ecosystem. The influence of predators extends far beyond their immediate prey. Their presence shapes the behavior and movement of herbivores, which in turn affects the vegetation and landscape itself. Without predators to keep their numbers in check, herbivore populations could explode, leading to overgrazing and the collapse of plant communities. Overgrazing strips the land bare, leaving it vulnerable to erosion and transforming lush savannas into barren dust bowls. The grasslands, once teeming with life, would become inhospitable, unable to support the very animals that once thrived there. In this way, the predator is not merely the enemy of its prey, but the guardian of the ecosystem's future. The lion that hunts the wildebeest is also the protector of the grasslands, ensuring the survival of both predator and prey. This intricate web of relationships extends far beyond the obvious predator-prey dynamic. Every creature, from the mighty elephant to the humble dung beetle, has a purpose in this interconnected system. The food web is a vast network with energy flowing from the sun to the grass, from the grass to the grazers, and from the grazers to the predators. Even the rivalries between predators themselves are crucial. Lions and hyenas, for example, are locked in a constant struggle for dominance and resources. Their competition prevents any single species from becoming too powerful, maintaining a dynamic equilibrium within the ecosystem. They keep each other's numbers in check, and their interactions ripple through the food web, affecting countless other species. Interdependence is not limited to competition and predation. Symbiotic relationships, where two species benefit from each other, are everywhere in the wild. The oxpecker bird, for instance, feeds on ticks and parasites found on the backs of buffalo and giraffes, gaining food while providing relief to its host. Grazers like zebras and wildebeest often feed together, their combined vigilance helping to spot predators and increasing the safety of all. Insects break down dung and decaying matter, recycling nutrients back into the soil, which in turn nourishes the grasses that feed the herds. Even the smallest creatures, like termites, play a vital role, building mounds that aerate the soil and create microhabitats for countless other species. The food web is a living network, with energy and nutrients cycling through every level, from the tiniest insect to the largest elephant. This balance is dynamic, constantly shifting in response to changes in weather, migration, and the fortunes of each species. Some plants, like the acacia tree, form alliances with ants, offering them shelter and nectar in exchange for protection from herbivores. Every interaction, every relationship, predator and prey, competitor and ally, plant and animal, contributes to the resilience and diversity of life. To truly understand these magnificent animals is to appreciate the intricate systems that govern the natural world, where survival depends on cooperation as much as competition. The fight for survival, in all its stark reality, is what maintains the health and vibrancy of our planet's wildest places. Nature is not a peaceful kingdom, but a dynamic, self-regulating system of immense complexity and power. By preserving the balance of these ecosystems, we ensure that life in all its breathtaking diversity continues to flourish for millennia to come. As daylight fades and the savanna is cloaked in darkness, a new caste of hunters emerges. The night belongs to the masters of stealth, the nocturnal predators whose lives are shaped by the challenges and opportunities that come when the sun goes down. In the cover of night, vision alone is not enough. Nocturnal hunters have evolved remarkable adaptations to thrive in low light. The eyes of the African lion, for example, contain a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, which amplifies even the faintest glimmers of moonlight, granting them exceptional night vision. The leopard, with its wide pupils and acute hearing, slips silently through the undergrowth, stalking prey that feels safest in the darkness. But vision is only part of the story. Many night hunters rely on an intricate tapestry of senses. The hyena's keen sense of smell can detect a carcass from miles away, while its powerful jaws can break bones to access hidden nutrients. The owl, a silent aerial predator, uses specialized feathers that muffle the sound of its flight, and its facial discs funnel the faintest rustles of prey directly to its ears. Other predators, like the African civet or the elusive serval, use long sensitive whiskers to navigate through tall grasses, feeling for movement in the dark. Their ears swivel independently, capturing the tiniest sounds: a rustle, a heartbeat, a breath. The darkness also brings new challenges. Prey animals become more alert, relying on their own adaptations, enhanced hearing, acute smell, and a lifetime of learned vigilance. For the hunter, every step must be calculated, every movement precise. A missed pounce or a snapped twig can mean the difference between a full belly and an empty night, yet it is in this realm of shadows that the true artistry of predation is revealed. The balance between predator and prey continues, unseen by the day, but no less vital. The nocturnal world is a testament to nature's ingenuity, a place where every sense is sharpened, every adaptation honed, and every night brings a new story of survival. High above the grasslands and forests, another class of hunters reigns supreme, the apex birds of prey. Eagles, owls, and hawks command the skies with unrivaled prowess, their presence felt from the open plains to the densest woodlands. Each species is a master of its domain, equipped with specialized adaptations that make them formidable predators. The eagle, with its powerful wings and razor-sharp talons, soars effortlessly across great distances. Its vision, among the sharpest in the animal kingdom, allows it to spot the slightest movement from hundreds of feet above. With a sudden breathtaking dive, the eagle strikes, precision and strength converging in a single decisive moment. Owls, the silent hunters of the night, rely on a different set of tools. Their broad wings and unique feather structure allow for near-silent flight, making them invisible assassins under cover of darkness. As they glide through the night, their facial discs focus sound to their ears, enabling them to pinpoint prey hidden beneath leaves or snow. One swift, silent swoop, and the hunt is over before the prey even senses its fate. Hawks, agile and cunning, dominate both open fields and forest canopies. Their compact bodies and powerful muscles give them remarkable speed and maneuverability, allowing for rapid changes in direction during high-speed chases. With keen eyesight and calculated strikes, hawks capture their quarry in mid-air or snatch it from the undergrowth in a blur of motion. Together, these apex birds of prey play a crucial role in their ecosystems. By controlling populations of rodents, reptiles, and smaller birds, they help maintain the delicate balance of nature. Each flight, every hunt, is a testament to millions of years of evolution, shaping creatures perfectly attuned to a life spent between earth and sky. In the world of hunter and hunted, the lords of the sky remind us that mastery comes in many forms, sometimes on silent wings or with a piercing gaze that sees far beyond what we can imagine. Beneath the shimmering surface of Africa's rivers and lakes, a different realm of apex predators reigns, a world where the rules of survival shift with every ripple. Here, crocodiles lurk in silence, ancient reptiles perfectly adapted for ambush. With eyes and nostrils just above the waterline, they become nearly invisible, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. A sudden burst of power propels them from the depths, jaws snapping shut with crushing force, pulling their prey into the aquatic abyss. But crocodiles are not alone in these shadowed waters. Massive fish, like the formidable tigerfish, patrol the currents with rows of needle-sharp teeth and lightning-fast reflexes. Their silvery bodies shimmer as they dart through the murky depths, ambushing smaller fish and even unsuspecting birds that venture too close to the water's edge. Along the riverbanks and in the swamps, amphibious hunters such as the African clawed frog employ stealth and patience. Using sensitive skin and lightning-quick tongues, they snatch insects and small creatures with remarkable precision, vanishing into the mud at the slightest sign of danger. Every movement beneath the surface is a delicate dance of predator and prey. Fish schools shift in unison, sensing the subtle vibrations of approaching hunters. Prey animals linger at the shallows, ever watchful for the telltale ripple that signals danger below. In these submerged worlds, survival depends on a blend of patience, stealth, and explosive power. Aquatic apex predators shape the ecosystem from below, unseen but ever-present, masters of a domain where silence and shadow rule and every breath could be the last. In the vast tapestry of Africa's ecosystems, the smallest hunters often wield the most intricate strategies. Enter the world of insect predators, where every movement is a calculated maneuver and survival is a relentless pursuit. First, we meet the praying mantis, a master of disguise and precision. With its elongated body and raptorial front legs, the mantis remains motionless, blending seamlessly with its surroundings. It waits with infinite patience, its compound eyes tracking the slightest movement. When an unsuspecting prey comes within reach, the mantis strikes with lightning speed, its spiked legs capturing the victim in an unyielding grip. Each meal is a testament to the mantis's unparalleled hunting prowess. Next, we venture into the skies with the dragonfly, an aerial acrobat and formidable predator. With wings that beat at astonishing speeds, the dragonfly can hover, dart, and turn with unparalleled agility. Its large, multifaceted eyes provide a panoramic view, allowing it to spot prey from considerable distances. Once a target is identified, the dragonfly's flight becomes a high-speed chase, culminating in a mid-air capture. In the blink of an eye, smaller insects are snatched from the air, becoming fuel for the dragonfly's relentless energy. On the ground, we find the intricate and highly organized world of ant colonies. These social insects operate with military precision, each member playing a specific role in the hunt. Scout ants locate the prey, leaving chemical trails for their comrades to follow. When the target is found, worker ants swarm, overwhelming creatures many times their size with sheer numbers and coordinated attacks. Their cooperative hunting tactics ensure the colony's survival, showcasing the power of unity and strategy. These insect predators, though small in stature, play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystems. They regulate populations of other insects, contribute to the decomposition process, and even influence plant pollination. Their presence is a reminder that in the natural world, might is not solely determined by size, but by the complexity and effectiveness of one's hunting tactics. Through the lens of the tiny titans, we see a world where every encounter is a battle for survival, and every victory, no matter how small, echoes through the intricate web of life. Across the globe, life finds a way to persist in the planet's most unforgiving places. In the sun-scorched deserts, predators have evolved to outsmart the searing heat and endless thirst. The fennec fox, with its oversized ears, dissipates heat and pinpoints the faintest rustle of prey beneath the sand. Sidewinder snakes glide across blistering dunes, their unique movement minimizing contact with the scorching ground, while their cryptic coloring makes them nearly invisible to both prey and rivals. Far to the north, the icy expanse of the Arctic is ruled by hunters sculpted by cold. The polar bear, cloaked in a dense layer of fur and blubber, stalks the frozen seas in search of seals. Its patience, strength, and acute sense of smell are essential tools in a world where every meal is hard-won. In the snow-laden forests, the Arctic fox uses its keen hearing to locate rodents beneath the snow, diving headfirst to secure its next vital meal. High above, in the world's rugged mountain ranges, carnivores have adapted to thin air and treacherous terrain. The snow leopard, a master of stealth, blends with the rocky slopes, its powerful limbs propelling it across cliffs in pursuit of mountain goats. The Andean condor soars effortlessly, riding updrafts and scanning for carrion among the peaks, its sharp vision a lifeline in the vast expanse. In these extreme environments, survival is a constant test of adaptation and resilience. Every predator, from desert fox to mountain cat, demonstrates the remarkable ingenuity of life on Earth. Their stories are a testament, in even the harshest corners of our planet, the dance of hunter and hunted endures. In the intricate web of life, not every creature is a hunter or hunted. Some play a different yet equally vital role: the scavengers. Vultures, hyenas, and a host of other cleanup crews roam the wild, turning death back into life. Hovering high above, vultures possess eyesight so keen they can spot a fallen animal from miles away. With wings outstretched, they ride the thermals, descending in spirals to reach their meal. Their powerful beaks and specialized stomach acids allow them to consume carrion that would be deadly to most other animals, eliminating disease from the landscape before it can take hold. On the ground, hyenas prowl with purpose. Often misunderstood as mere thieves, these skilled scavengers are also formidable hunters. In groups they can take down large prey, but when the hunt fails they turn to what others leave behind. Their incredibly strong jaws crush bone, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. From tiny beetles to stealthy jackals, a cast of unsung heroes works day and night, breaking down the remains of the departed. Each bite, each scrap consumed, recycles nutrients back into the earth, nourishing plants and sustaining the next generation of life. Without scavengers, the wild would be overwhelmed by decay and disease. Their tireless work keeps the ecosystem in balance, quietly safeguarding the health of every creature that calls it home. In the story of predator and prey, these cleanup crews are the silent custodians, essential, enduring, and ever watchful. Across the wild landscapes, the struggle between predator and prey is a never-ending contest of strategy and survival. This evolutionary arms race has shaped some of the most remarkable adaptations in the natural world. Camouflage is one of nature's oldest tricks. Leaf-tailed geckos blend seamlessly with tree bark, while zebras' stripes disrupt their outlines, confusing hungry lions. Some prey take mimicry to new heights. Harmless caterpillars morph into the likeness of venomous snakes, deterring would-be attackers with a glance. But predators evolve in tandem. The cheetah's explosive speed counters the gazelle's agility, while the owl's silent flight bypasses the keen ears of its rodent quarry. Some snakes detect heat, seeing the invisible trails left by warm-blooded prey in the dark. The battle escalates with each generation. Poison dart frogs develop potent toxins, and their would-be predators evolve resistance. Moths evolve ears tuned to the sonar of bats, twisting and diving in mid-air to escape detection. Every adaptation, every counter-move is a chapter in a story millions of years in the making. The result? A dynamic balance where only the most cunning, the most alert, and the most adaptable survive. In this endless contest, evolution is the referee, and the prize is life itself. As the sun shifts and rains come and go, Africa's wild heart beats to the rhythm of the seasons. Each year the landscape transforms. Lush grasslands give way to parched earth, rivers swell and recede, and the very rules of survival are rewritten. For predators and prey alike, these changes spark a race against time. Wildebeest herds thunder across the savannah, drawn by distant storms and the promise of fresh grazing. Hot on their heels, lions and hyenas follow, knowing that abundance is fleeting and hunger waits at the edge of every dry season. Elsewhere, crocodiles sink into the mud, biding their time as waters vanish, while fish and amphibians burrow deep, hiding from the relentless sun. In the forests, leopards adapt to shifting prey patterns, moving silently through the shadows as fruiting trees and migrating birds alter the menu. As temperatures rise and droughts linger, new challenges emerge. Some predators expand their territories, venturing further for a meal. Prey species become more vigilant, traveling in larger groups or shifting their routines to cooler hours of dawn and dusk. But the greatest test comes when the rains finally return. Rivers burst their banks, plains bloom with life, and the cycle begins anew. Young animals take their first steps into a world of plenty, but danger lurks at every turn, for predators are never far behind. In this eternal dance, climate and season are silent conductors, shaping the destinies of hunter and hunted alike. Adaptation is not just an advantage, it is the key to survival in a world where change is the only constant. In the heart of Africa's wild, silence is rarely what it seems. Every rustle, chirp, and distant roar is a message, a thread in the intricate tapestry of survival. For both predator and prey, sound is a double-edged sword, a tool for connection and a risk of exposure. On the open plains, a herd of impalas grazes in uneasy peace. Suddenly, a sharp staccato bark slices through the air, an alarm call. Instantly, heads snap up, muscles coil, and the herd bunches together. This single cry, passed from one animal to the next, warns of danger lurking at the edge of the grass. It is a language honed over millennia, capable of distinguishing between the shadow of a stalking leopard and the harmless flutter of a bird. Predators, too, are masters of sound, or of its absence. Lions move with padded stealth, their heavy bodies gliding silently through the night. Leopards slip through leaf litter with barely a whisper, every step calculated to avoid a giveaway crunch. Even the cheetah, built for speed, knows that the hunt begins with silence, only breaking it in the final, explosive sprint. But in this world of listeners, deception is an art. Some predators mimic the calls of their prey, luring the unwary into fatal ambushes. Others, like the African jacana, feign distress to draw threats away from their vulnerable young. Among the trees, birds join in a symphony of alarm, each species adding its unique note to a chorus that warns of snakes, raptors, or prowling cats. Communication is not always about fear. Mating calls echo across the savannah, and social bonds are reinforced with gentle grunts, purrs, and whistles. Yet every sound carries risk. A hungry ear may be listening. In this world, silence and sound are weapons, shields, and lifelines. To survive, every creature must learn when to speak, when to listen, and when to disappear into the hush of the wild. As the sun sets over the vast landscapes of Africa, a shadow looms over its majestic apex predators. These rulers of the wild face an uncertain future, one fraught with challenges that threaten their very existence. Habitat loss, driven by expanding human activity, is carving away the territories that these predators call home. The once endless savannas and dense forests are now fragmenting, forcing lions, leopards, and cheetahs into smaller, isolated pockets. This loss of habitat not only reduces their hunting grounds, but also disrupts the delicate balance of their ecosystems. Climate change adds another layer of complexity. Shifts in temperature and precipitation patterns alter the availability of prey and water sources, pushing these predators to the brink. The ripple effects of these changes can be seen across the food web as prey species struggle to adapt and the predators that rely on them face starvation. Yet, the plight of apex predators extends beyond the physical. They are icons of biodiversity, keystones that uphold entire ecosystems. The presence of a top predator regulates the populations of herbivores, which in turn influences vegetation growth and the overall health of the environment. When an apex predator disappears, the balance unravels, cascading through the ecosystem in ways that are often unpredictable and devastating. Conservation efforts strive to turn the tide. Protected areas and wildlife corridors are being established to ensure these predators have the space they need to thrive. Anti-poaching initiatives and community-based conservation programs work tirelessly to safeguard their future. But the battle is far from over. It requires global awareness, cooperation, and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of life. In the end, the survival of apex predators is a testament to the resilience of nature. Their continued existence is a beacon of hope, a reminder that with concerted effort we can protect the wild places and the creatures that inhabit them. For the future of apex predators is not just about preserving a species, it is about maintaining the intricate web of life that sustains us all.